Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Crawdaddy Stacks. It's Friday, November 14th, and I trust you're all having a great day. Um, Beautiful here in Florida today. Hope it is where you're at as well. Have a few unboxings to do for you this morning. Right now, we're in a little bit of a silver dip, if that's what you want to call it. We're down about a buck this morning, but we're still over $51 an ounce, so that's still pretty good. These little things right here were just some giveaways that I'm not going to bother to unbox for you. We'll just go ahead and put the gram in the hungry chest. This is the war nickel that I picked up from Classic Kid Coins. It'll go right here in my little war nickel tube. These right here, every one of these war nickels, I've never bought one a day in my life. Every one of these are giveaways. So I'm going to fill that tube with giveaway war nickels. Here's a Roosevelt dime and a Mercury dime that I won in giveaways from Bullet Beats. There's my Merc, and there is my Jefferson. Now most of these I would say are giveaways. I have several other tubes that are full, but this tube here I reserved mainly for my giveaways, but I do believe I needed some extra space, so I put probably about 10 in there that's not giveaways. But other than that tube there, I won every one of them from giveaways from WhatNot. So I will take it every day, all day. Got my coffee this morning again. I'm going with the old Gator Yeti this morning. Of course, dolphins on the backside. Funny story. I had one almost just like this that my wife had made for me. Excuse me, for my birthday one year, I believe it was, or for Christmas. Sorry, I can't remember. Getting old. But we was on a trip down in South Florida, and we stopped at a restaurant that we go for breakfast every time we're down that way. And they have valet parking because it gets so busy on the weekends. Well, we're unloading the twins, and we go inside, and I always took with me everywhere we go, and whenever we go into a restaurant, I have them fill that with the coffee instead of those little tiny mugs. Well, as I'm getting the kids out, I set my coffee on the back tailgate of my truck, and that's where it stayed. Valet didn't know, and I didn't realize. So I get inside, and I realize I ain't got my cup. I was like, oh man, I left it on the back of the truck. So I ran out there real quick, and the valet guy was looking at me funny. I was like, where'd you park my truck, man? He's like, it's around the corner over there. I said, I left my coffee cup on the back of it. He was like, okay, well, let's go. I'll show you. He took me around there, and as soon as I rounded the corner, my cup was in the middle of the road, smashed because somebody had ran over it. I was heartbroken. I walked back in the restaurant darn near crying because I love that cup so much. So lo and behold, a couple months later, my wife comes in with a gift for me just randomly, and this is what she got me. So she had it replaced. It's not exactly like the one I had, but I tell you what, it holds coffee just as good and it's just as pretty. Go Gators and go Dolphins, right? All right, sorry to bore y'all with that story, but I had to tell you while it was on my mind. Let's get into these unboxings real quick, and we'll make this short and sweet. All right. First things up is we have one from Classic Kid Coins. Let's see what we got in here. And first up, we have my free shipping. Another war nickel giveaway. 1944 Philly War Hooah nickel, as Raven from Raven Hot Coins would say. So another giveaway win there. And of course, once I get my free shipping, I really get heavy into trying to pick up something to add to the stack. And I just happened to pick up 1922 Peace dollar. Says it's BU. He had a price tag of 90 on there. I do not get into the numismatics of Morgans and Peace dollars. Some people do. Kansas Kid, I know, had posted a video the other day talking about the same subject. It's silver to me, y'all. It's silver. Some are nicer than others. I know people love the history of them, and I do too. But when it comes down to the brass tacks, or if you want to call it the silver tacks, that's what it is to me. It is silver. It adds to my stack. And if I get one that looks like it's never been touched, yeah, sure, I might send that in for grading or whatever. If I get one that they say is a key date or a key mint like Carson City, I would love to own a Carson City one day. I'm not going to pay that crazy high premium for them, though. I just won't. It is just silver to the stack at this point in my stacking journey. It could change down the road. Things could change, and I might have enough silver in my stack where I realize, hey, maybe I want to collect some more Morgans and Peace dollars. But to me, right now, 90% silver. That's what it is to me. All right. Next up, we have one, and I believe this is from a company off WhatNot called Sudden Death Coins. Backing slips out the way. And here we go. We have a Gibby. Gibby. Free shipping. Oops, sorry about the camera, y'all. It's a proof dime. 1959 proof dime it looks. If that ain't proof, I don't know what is. They didn't say it was proof, but that looks proof to me. If so, that's a pretty special one, I think. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know. Is that a tuber? Here, I just went on my 90% rant, so you know what? You're right. It is. It's a tuber. It's a tuber. We're not going to get into all the numismatics. Look at me. I just sat there and went on a rant. That's funny, y'all. All right. My purchase. $19.88. Silver maple leaf. Still in this OGP. I'm down with OGP. Y'all know that reference. We won't get into it. Maple leaf, 1988. Nice. Very, very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Very good, very good. Next up, in my last video, I discussed with y'all that I do have an issue. I do have a problem. I have been picking up some collectibles lately. Not 90% collectibles, 100% pure silver collectibles. And that's something that I need to stay away from for right now. But when I see stuff like this one right here, and I think of my twins and how much they would enjoy something like this, especially as they get older. They're 3.5 now, but especially as they get older. And it didn't help that I had my good buddy on that I worked with on WhatNot at the same time telling me, texting me back and forth, saying, man, you need that for the twins, you need that for the twins. That didn't help, Bob. That didn't help at all. But you know what? It helped enough for me to pull the trigger, especially when he got down and he only had 2 left. Now what we have here, 1 troy ounce, 999 fine silver bar of Parker. Stop putting the stickers over. Put it on the backside. Don't make me come to Texas and get you, boy. I'm just kidding, buddy. All right. Steamboat Willie and Mickey Mouse. So yes, my twins are going to absolutely love this when I show it to them. And they'll want to play with it, and Daddy will say, no, 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 no. You can play with it later. Not right now. All right. And last but not least today, we have WhatNot seller Carol's, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I see them in the stream with Silver Stacker quite a bit. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Carol 03254. Yep. Okay. So that is the seller I purchased this from. Couldn't pass it up, much as I didn't need to, but I'll tell you what, being in the hospital, being bored, being semi-medicated up, it really don't help. Helps about as much as my friend Bob on there pulling my finger, trying to get me to pull the trigger. But this, I mean, it was absolutely too good to pass up for me, knowing my infatuation with pirate stuff. This is 1 troy ounce from M6 Mint, 999 fine silver, hand poured. It's got the hammered outside, and we have a pirate shield coat of arms, and that is just awesome to me, y'all. That is beautiful. So thank you, Carols. I appreciate you allowing me to purchase that from you. As far as pricing goes, this I picked up for right at melt. I'm not going to overpay for 90%. He was actually kind of shocked that I didn't get closer to the 90. I got it down near around 40 at the time. This overpaid for a little bit, not too bad for a hand poured piece. Let's see. I paid $53 for that. Melt at the time was a little over 48. I paid about $4.50 over melt for a hand poured pirate round. Not too bad. This I got a steal on. Let's see. I got this for $1.87 over melt. Not bad for a maple leaf. Under $2 over melt, over spot. For an 88 maple leaf, I thought that was a great deal. This one I paid for way over, but that's a collectible Disney piece. You're gonna pay way over for those. Okay, I paid $72 for it. Let's get on with it. Sorry. Yeah, $72. Yeah. For 1 ounce of silver. Kind of kicking myself in the butt, but at the same time, we get that $100 silver, I'll be looking good, right? All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate you throwing a like on this video. Appreciate you subscribing. Had 1 or 2 new subscribers over the last day, thanks to 7 stacks. I do have y'all's poker chips in the mail, 7 and FG on the way. I sent out a few other care packages to just some influencers out there that inspired me to do this. And I tell you, if it wasn't for some of y'all, I wouldn't have even done this type of stuff. But I enjoy it now. I really enjoy this, and glad y'all are with me on my journey. If you are interested in one of my poker chips, there's your Crawdaddy Stacks logo, and or one of my channel stickers. Y'all correspond with me. acraw120@gmail.com, acraw120@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to send out some swag to you, and I would love some in return if you do such. So those of you that receive something in the mail from me, it's just an appreciation. You're not obligated to send me anything back. If you do, I'll gladly take it, and I'll gladly add it to my background, and I'll gladly throw some shout outs y'all's way. All right. I trust each and every one y'all have a great weekend. It is Friday. We're going to be kid free. They're going to the grandparents this weekend. However, I'm pretty much bound to the house because I still got Mr. Sucky on from my wound. I believe it comes off later today, though, so we'll go on with that. Anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate it. God bless. Crawdaddy Stacks. I'm out.